Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FKA The Pod. I'm Trent Tatum. I'm your host this time. I'm joined by Seth Butler, and Seth Butler alone. That's right. We figured out how to do it without the tech guy. Right?
It's kind of funny that Reed is the tech guy when a lot of times we start a little bit later because his camera's not working or he shocks himself and stuff like that. But yeah. He's taking
he's not here right now. He's
no.
across the globe, I guess. Or on his way across the globe.
Yeah. Going about as far away as he can go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly.
He's sick of it here, and he had the means to do something about it.
I think he's coming back, though, eventually.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully. You never know. You never know, man.
Yeah.
You may start a new life out there. Damn, that would suck. But anyways, it's just the two of us this week, but we're going to try to continue on as we usually do. First order of business, we've got drinks. I'll go ahead and kick us off. Got a classic Peeber.
Nice.
Don't look at my hat.
What is your hat?
I'm a Peeber boy today.
Oh, it's a Coors hat. Okay.
I have a Coors hat, but a Peeber in my hand. So.
Yeah. So Coors, I don't know if it was light or it was light. They did the Case of the Mondays thing at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? I said, I wonder if we just created this. We should probably trademark this. They should do like a of Coors. Like,
oh, yeah.
That should be a marketing thing. I think that's pretty good. We gotta workshop
that one.
Yeah.
There's something there for sure, though.
Can I get a beer? Of course.
Of course. Yeah, okay. All right.
That could work. I don't know. We might have to workshop it, but I just made that up. So
once a new short form media app comes on, that instead of having, a minute long video be the maximum, once it's like 5 seconds, then I think we're in the right territory, man.
Yeah. I've got a different 5-second idea for a TikTok or whatever, but I think that we're too old to be famous on TikTok. I am going to talk about what I'm drinking, but yeah, I think that we need to be 10 years younger. I think you have to be in high school to be famous on TikTok.
Yeah. Or an AI.
Yeah. I mean, we could, I guess we could do that.
At this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking several things to keep Reed's spirit alive here on the podcast. I obviously have the Ryan Stellhorn Memorial Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey Shot out of the Christmas coffee mug right here.
Nice.
And I've got the Luchador Mexican Lager.
Classic.
But then I was just finishing up a Harris Teeter brand Diet Cola right before we started the pod, so I'm going to finish that. And I did just come home a few minutes ago from a yoga class, so I also have a water and an Nalgene. So Reed likes to come with 4 different beverages, all totaling to 0 calories. Damn. I have more than 0 calories here from the alcoholic beverages, but a lot of bevs here.
I should have. I've got some Diet Cokes and seltzers in my fridge, but I didn't think about breaking them out. I've also got a little bit of sweet tea, but that's not exactly 0 cal. So
no, more than 0.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely more than, even more than 5.
Yeah. 5 is the new 0. That's what they're saying.
But yeah, dude. Okay, you mentioned Harris Teeter. I know it's a North Carolina grocery store. Are you fully invested in the HT lifestyle?
Yeah. So I wonder. I'm going to pull up the app right now. So
the Harris Teeter app.
My girlfriend Jill and I. Yeah. Well, I have the app. I don't think she has the app, but we have a loyalty card with them.
Yeah.
Because you get. If you don't have the loyalty card, it's actually very expensive. But the reason we started going there is it's really close. It's the closest grocery store to our house, but there are so many of these Harris Teeters about. Mm-hmm. So the second closest grocery store I think is also Harris Teeter. It's a different one, but it's also very close. But if you have the loyalty program and are smart about what you buy stuff that's on sale, you'll save a bunch of money. So we've started using it in December, so it's been 3 months. I mean, we've saved hundreds of dollars.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. See if I can. But yeah, so we're big into the Harris Teeter. Yes, the teat, as we like to
The
call it.
the hairy teat.
The hairy teat. Yeah.
I was
So
also
anyway,
going to say teeter. I hardly know her. But I think Harry Teet is a good shortening
no.
of Harris Teeter. I like that.
But we save about 25% on like everything. We do like our weekly grocery shopping, and it's like it'll be like $150, but we'll save 25% off it, and we get coupons for buying gas from
Yeah.
the Harris Teeter gas pumps as well. So
Yeah.
it's pretty
Dude?
sweet.
This is kind of reminding me. I believe the last time that Reed and I did a solo pod, or a what do you call it? A dolo pod.
A Dolo pod.
When you weren't here one time, I think it was the last time you were here. We kind of got real a little bit, and we're like talking a little bit about like emotional maturity and like good habits and shit like that.
Yes,
So I
I
have
think
a
it was
question.
around New Year's,
Yeah,
and it was
so I have
like, yeah.
I have a question for you. How
Okay.
do you motivate yourself to go grocery shopping? Is it like, do you have to think about it at all, or it's just kind of something that doesn't bother you? Because it bothers the shit out of me.
Like like you driving or walking to the grocery store is
Yeah,
the part.
and like making a list of all the things that I need, and then finding them in the store, but also like realizing that like, oh, there's these things that I should have probably put on the list, but I didn't put on the list. Should I get them?
Yeah.
The whole situation just bothers me, man.
Well, I think that I hope I don't fall into the category of like there'll be two in a heterosexual relationship where the man doesn't really do anything. But a lot of the grocery shopping and stuff is like driven by my girlfriend Jill, who like is really good about having a list and knowing the stuff that we need. And
Yeah.
so I also, one thing that I do, I guess, in terms of the division of labor in my relationship or whatever, is I'm pretty good at like doing errands. So like going to the grocery store is not really something that phases me. And I think that the reason that I feel this way is because like sometimes doing actual work does phase me. And so it's like
right.
I would rather go to the post office and the grocery store and something else and something else than like go to work and sit down and do work. So it's like I kind of hacked the system to be like, here I am being productive, even though I'm not really doing anything. I'm just sitting in the car driving between places and listening to a podcast for like 10 minutes on the way. And it's like kind of fun if you think about it that way, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to treat it like it's an escape from reality, even though it is.
It is reality. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
that's a good point.
we normally go grocery shopping on Sunday. And
Yep.
Sunday they used to do promotions where you get like extra points on stuff at Harris Teeter too, so you feel like you're saving money even though you're spending money. You're not really saving money by spending money, but you get extra points for cheaper gas and stuff. And it's like by this point we're kind of out of a lot of the stuff anyway, so it's kind of like, well, we gotta go. So
So you go every Sunday, once a week.
yeah, and I'll probably hit up a store sometime during the week too, just to get stuff if we're like out of eggs or milk or something.
Right, or if you have like a meal that you want to
Yeah.
cook.
That we don't have something
Specifically.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I've been trying to do is like get my essential groceries, like at a regular grocery store. QFC is the one that I like to go to, but Safeway is closer, so I usually go there. But like produce and the like, bread, sandwich material, shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I get from a regular grocery store. And then if I want to get some more like easy stuff that I don't really have to think about, I'm going to TJ's.
Trader Joe's.
I'm going to the Trader.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of been my way of doing it. It's like, okay, maybe it's like if I go to the grocery store, I can reward myself with Trader Joe's a little bit. But even so, it's not easy for me.
Yeah. The thing that
have a
gets
hard
me the
time.
most is not the process of getting to the store or the process of purchasing things or the process of like picking things off the shelf or whatever or knowing what I need to get. It's when I get to the counter and I have to pay for stuff And it's somehow it's like always more expensive than you think it's going to be, and I'm like, oh man, I wish we didn't get that thing, but they already scanned it, and because we go to the real person to check us out too, because the self checkout at the Harris Teeter is like very sensitive, and like you have to call over the person like 10 times to like say that you're not shoplifting or whatever. But
right.
yeah, that's what I get is sometimes like when we're at the end of our grocery shop, I like look at the cart and I'm like, oh, this is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
tough.
you know, it's cheaper than going to a restaurant or whatever. It always is, but like it's still not cheap. So
Yeah. No, it's always kind of annoying. You go to the self checkouts. The place that I go to now, it has cameras that look down at you from above the register.
yeah.
So it can like see in your cart and stuff.
Wow.
And and it always, every time, it doesn't matter what, it's like, hang on, before you leave, we got to get somebody to come over here. And then it shows you a little video of you reaching into your basket and pulling something out of your basket and being like, we think you stole this. And the thing is, the grocery store person that comes over, they never like pay attention to it. They're like, oh my God, this fucking thing again. And then they press the button and they leave.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the fucking point, man? I don't know. It's annoying.
Well,
And I don't like seeing the top of my head.
Yeah, that's weird. That's I don't know if I've ever seen the top of my head, like an aerial view of myself. I mean, like you think about like you rarely see your side profile unless you're like walking by a mirror and it's like, oh, that's weird. Or you never see the back of your head, but the top of your head, yeah, you're never going to see that. So that's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
I heard a stat. This was like, I don't know, a couple years ago. This might have been during COVID times. Which is like 4% of items that go through self-checkout aren't scanned. So like basically 4%, like 1 out of every 25 items going through self-checkout is not scanned, which could be because people are actively trying to steal it or just because people don't scan it because the system is beeping at you and there are other people trying to get into your self-checkout spot and there's a lot of stuff happening. But so like I get it that you're like, oh, we want to send over a person to make sure that you're purchasing everything or have some cameras or whatever. But I think you got to eat some of the stuff because it's like you're making it a much worse experience. And it's like if we're getting, robbed of 4% of this stuff, how bad do we need to make the experience where we're going to lose 4% of our business anyway? Because if it's like a horrible checkout experience because it takes like 20 minutes at the self checkout, then you might lose 4% of your customers anyway. So
that's kind of funny. There's a. Do you guys have to like pay for your bags?
No,
like
here it's all free.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
that's tough. Anyways, another thing that you have to do out here is you have to pay for your fucking paper bags.
Yeah.
And it always asks you at the end, it's like, how many paper bags did you get? Like, and how many people do you think actually put in, I'm purchasing 5 paper bags for 16 cents a piece?
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that. So I think that's another way that they make it a little bit worse for everybody else. But I get the motive behind using a paper bag, and I guess maybe they're more expensive to produce. I don't know. Maybe not.
I still don't know
exactly
if they're 16 cents.
Or 16 cents, But it is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Grocery shopping.
But the antithesis of going to the grocery store once a week and getting all of your groceries is eating out. I was actually at a trivia night last night as of recording this, and one of the trivia questions was what percentage of Americans say they eat out more like once a week or more. Do you have any idea what percentage of Americans say they eat out once a week or more? At least once a week.
I would think it would be very high. Once a week or more is not often.
Yeah.
I used to eat out like 7+ times per week.
Yeah,
I don't
me
anymore,
too.
but I would
Trying
say
to be
it's
better
like,
about it.
yeah, yeah. I would say it's like 75%.
Okay, all right, that's not a bad guess. One question that we had when we were trying to answer this question was like, what is considered eating out? Because
Right.
for some people, eating out could mean going to a sit-down restaurant, right?
Yes.
Which is probably a lot less likely than it was 6 years ago. You know?
Yeah, but getting DoorDash, like, does that count?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DoorDash or like drive-through fast food, that situation.
Yeah.
I think it all counts. I think if you're not buying it from the grocery store and then having to prepare it somehow, whether it
Yeah.
be putting it in the microwave or whatever, it's eating out, right?
Yep.
That's what I think.
Yes.
The number that they told us was 29%.
I don't
It was
believe that.
it was in the 20s. It was like somewhere in the 20s. I'm saying 29 to be generous.
Yeah.
All right?
That's
Which is
crazy.
fucking insane. It was crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah, well, I
To,
feel like the U.S. would be like the country that had the highest proportion of this in the world would
yeah,
be here,
yeah,
and
I agree.
I would think just based on like if you look at all of the restaurants where you live, you the listener, count up all those restaurants and figure out how many people live in your town, and think about if only a quarter of these people are eating out every week, could we support this many restaurants? Probably not, because I think people are eating out more than they're willing to admit. Just like,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fast food restaurant, I don't know how many people it needs to get through its doors or to drive through for it to like survive. But I
Hmm.
feel like they're making lots of money because people are eating out a lot. Maybe they're
Yeah.
just lying to these people who are
It's
asking
got to
them
be
these
a lie.
questions.
There's
Yeah.
got to be like some embarrassment involved because nobody
Yeah.
wants to say that they eat out 5 days a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was just super surprising. And to kind of put it in perspective, there was another percentage question where it was like, what percentage of adults 18 years or older in the United States don't have a driver's license?
Hmm.
And it was around the same. It was like 25% or something.
That's also crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
mean, I
nuts.
guess my girlfriend Jill, she's from New Jersey, and like she has friends who live in New York and like don't have a license, and a lot of people live in big cities, I guess. So that's what I would think it's. But I don't know if a quarter of everybody like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
it was weird. But anyways, speaking of fast food restaurants, I do have another segment talking about food.
All right, okay,
It's it's that time of year, I guess maybe second time ever time of year, where fast food restaurants, in particular Taco Bell, maybe there's a couple of other ones, do like their like Apple style update, you know, where they tell you what they're planning on coming out with this year and like all this
yes,
stuff. Everybody's wearing black turtlenecks. Um, and they have little clickers and presentations and shit.
yeah,
But Taco Bell did theirs recently, and I wanted to maybe go over a few of these items that are coming up this year. I feel like when we talked about this last year was the first time that Taco Bell had done this.
yeah, and it was the
Um,
Cheez-It thing, right?
the Cheez-It thing, yeah. There was like a Baja Blast ice cream coming out because it was like
Okay,
the 20th or 21st anniversary of Baja Blast being a thing. Um, but that's kind of all that I remember was the
yeah.
Cheez-It and the Baja Blast ice cream or
Wait,
gelato or
are you
whatever.
saying that? Are you insinuating that there are more announcements this year? Like there's more stuff?
Well, I
Or
mean, there's like 30 new items.
oh wow, okay, yeah, that is a lot.
I
I
know.
don't even remember the Baja Blast one. I just remember the Cheez It thing. So yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I
remember
know
one thing.
there were I'd say, 10 or more items last year.
Huh? Okay.
This year it says 30. But the thing is, I only remember two of them.
Yeah.
So either the rest of them just went completely under the radar
Hmm.
and were not very good,
Yeah.
or they lied and they only dropped a few of their items. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see if these things actually come to pass.
I think a lot of times when they have a commercial, if you're Taco Bell or whatever, you have an asterisk basically after everything because all of your stores are like franchises. And I guess the people who own these things have some control about whether we're going to give you the same deal or have the same products as a different Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And so it could be that it's like, yeah, we have this new crazy Cheez-It taco or whatever, but it's only available at like, 10 Taco Bells. I don't know, but
that could be the case. I know I've mentioned it on here before. I live like 2 blocks from a Taco Bell that I'm convinced is the most expensive Taco Bell in the country. It's nuts, dude. Because like you said, it's like a franchise owner decided that this Taco Bell was close enough to like a lot of tourist stuff.
Yeah.
That they can just charge fucking outrageous prices. Before we get into this, though, I did go to Taco Bell recently, and they did have a new menu item, and I tried it. It was pretty solid. It was called, like, the steak and queso Crunchwrap slider.
Wow. Crunchwrap slider.
Yeah, so it's like a Crunchwrap that's, like, I don't know, the size of a slider.
Yeah.
Right? You get 2 of them, and on the inside it's just, like, steak and cheese, and it comes with a side of queso. Not their nacho cheese, like white queso with little peppers in it.
Wow.
Pretty good. Pretty good. That's all I'm saying.
That's interesting, because if you get the chips come with the nacho cheese stuff, not with this queso. I wonder if this queso's new.
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, actually, hold up. The first item on this list is the steak and queso Crunchwrap slider.
Wow.
So I was just on the cutting edge, man.
Yeah, you really were. You might have been like the first person in Washington to have one of those.
Right. At 2 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah. They did what's it called? A soft launch or a soft opening or whatever.
Shout out to the Taco Bell in Factoria, Washington. How about that?
Yeah. Shout out.
So number 2 on the list is their Caliente Chicken Cantina menu. They've had the Cantina menu for a while. I don't know what its deal is. Maybe it's supposed to be healthier. Is that what it is?
It sounds like it, yeah. Well, they have the power menu as well, right?
They have the what?
The power menu, which is like...
Oh. Yeah.
I think that's protein rich. I don't know. The Cantina menu might be veggie rich. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Don't really care. I don't go to Taco Bell to eat healthy. Right? Number 3, we've got the chicken strip menu. Taco Bell is launching the chicken strip menu featuring a lineup of chicken strip items in various presentations, including burritos, tacos, and individual strips. We've got the Flamin' Hot Burrito.
Is that Flamin' Hot Cheeto related?
It's no, well, kind of. It's filled with nacho cheese, sour cream, seasoned beef, Flamin' Hot rice, and Flamin' Hot Fritos.
Flamin' Hot Fritos. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in for that one. That one sounds nice. We've got the Queso Crisp Taco, which is a taco, but instead of a crispy shell, it's a crispy cheese shell. It's just cheese.
Okay.
They're hopping on the keto trend.
So it's like those little Parmesan crisps where it's
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except it's
but
probably
maybe
not
it's like
Parmesan.
a Mexican blend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be Parmesan.
Okay, I like that.
We've got the shredded beef grilled cheese burrito. We've probably all heard of the grilled cheese burrito.
Yeah.
Now they're bringing in shredded beef.
Okay.
Whatever.
Man, poor beef. There are a lot of things they do to it. They grind it. They shred it. All kinds of bad stuff happening.
We've got the rolled steak and poblano quesadilla.
Okay.
Which doesn't really have much of a description. It's a classic quesadilla with steak and poblano peppers, and then they roll it up so it's not flat.
It's interesting because it's like, I guess the poblanos are new, but they were like, oh, this isn't new enough. We also need to roll it.
Yeah. We got to find a way that people can devour these quicker. Let's roll it out. We've got crispy fajitas,
Okay.
which is tempura battered crispy bell peppers, onions, and jalapenos paired with a white habanero ranch sauce.
This is a vegetarian dish, huh?
Yeah, this is tempura battered fajita veggies.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
interested in this. And it comes with a ranch sauce?
Yeah, habanero ranch.
Yeah, this sounds cool.
Yeah, yeah. That one's interesting. That would be cool if it could kind of replace those stupid little fucking cinnamon
twists.
styrofoam things. Yeah. I hate those so much, dude.
I feel like
hate
it's
those.
such a weird pick. I guess they're supposed to be churro-esque, but they're really, like, so weird.
Just bad.
Yeah.
Just
I
a
kind of
waste
like
of
them, but, like,
10
I
cents.
it's like, it comes with, like, 5 of them, and it's basically like eating nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it feels like a cop out because if you ever get one of their like boxes, it always has that in there. And it's like, I'd rather
Yeah.
not have this at all. You know?
yeah.
I would pay you 50 cents less to
Take it back.
keep those out. You know what I'm saying? They're so bad. We've got the queso fundido rolled chicken taquitos.
Ooh,
Say
okay.
that one. Say that one 5 times. The queso fundido rolled chicken taquitos consists of fried rolled corn tortillas stuffed with shredded chicken and various fixings. The new item will also be paired with a green chili queso fundido for dipping.
Okay. They're doing a lot of business on, like, new sauces.
Dips.
It seems
yeah,
like.
they're doing dips.
Um,
We have the short rib chili relleno burrito,
Okay.
which says green chili stuffed with juicy short rib beef and tons of melted cheese all wrapped in a warm tortilla.
okay.
We've got a brisket taco, pretty self-explanatory, but it also comes with a little bit of purple cabbage on there.
Interesting.
Oh, holy shit. This is kind of cool. I hope this one happens. I hope this one really happens. It's the poutine fries.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine going to Taco Bell and getting poutine, dude?
Poutine. It's from our 51st state.
Yeah, yeah. It's their iconic seasoned fries, topped with slow roasted pork, gravy, and cheese curds.
So it's like just a classic poutine.
Yeah, with pork.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We've got a Mexican pizza empanada. It's a Mexican pizza from Taco Bell, but
Yep.
fold it over and drop it in the fryer.
Okay. Cool.
We've got mini taco salad, which is just a smaller taco salad.
Yeah, this is a lot of stuff, though. I don't remember
Yeah.
last year. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we talked about the video of the like because
Right.
they like X-rayed the thing and it had a Cheez-It inside it or whatever. Maybe we just didn't go through the list, or maybe they didn't have 20 things. But if
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
not
a
sure.
Taco Bell franchise owner and they were like, okay, we're going to start making these 30 new things,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be on board with doing all this.
Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of stuff, man. We're getting close to the end of like entree items. All right.
Okay.
We've got the taco dia.
Taco
Taco
quesadilla.
dia combines a carne asada taco topped with guajillo pepper sauce placed inside of a cheese-filled grilled corn flour tortilla.
Okay.
We have the toasted cheddar street chalupa, which is returning after it was discontinued in 2020. And then we have one more returning item.
Yeah.
And I would like you to give me, if in your lifetime, Seth, if you could choose one Taco Bell item to bring back, if you remember any, what would it be?
I don't know if do they still have Doritos Locos Tacos?
They do.
Okay,
They have
so
the
that,
nacho cheese Doritos Logos Taco.
Oh, is that returning or they still have that? Is what you're saying?
No, they still have it.
I know people wanted the Mexican pizza back, but I think that you said
It's
they had
back, yeah.
they had the
Yeah.
empanada that might already be back.
You
I don't
were
know.
close. You were close with Doritos Logos Taco. It's the Cool Ranch flavor.
Ah,
in
okay.
my opinion, the better flavor. All
Yes, I
right.
would agree.
I remember when they first came out with those, the nacho cheese was okay. It was just like not that different from a regular taco.
Yeah, yeah,
And then the Cool Ranch one was amazing
yeah,
because you could taste the Cool Ranch.
for sure.
you
Yeah,
know?
Cool Ranch is the better Dorito, so I think it's going to
Yeah.
make a better shell every time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
And the nacho cheese kind of feels like a hat on a hat when it comes to a taco situation. Anyway. So now we're on to desserts. Shorter list.
Desserts.
Shorter
Okay.
list of desserts. And there's also a short sauce section.
Okay.
All right. So for the desserts, we have the ube strawberry cookie.
Ube, which is
Yeah.
like an Asian sweet potato
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and strawberry in a cookie.
Yep. Yeah, so it's a new menu item that consists of 2 soft strawberry cookies topped with a scoop of purple ube ice cream.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. It
So it's
feels
like
like
pink
they're
and
just kind
purple.
of yeah, it feels like they're just kind of going off of colors. You know, they're like Taco Bell's always kind of had these like pink and purple and like turquoise colors,
Yeah.
and it feels like that's what they're doing. They're like, we don't care if ube is Japanese or Chinese, you know.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they're opening up like a sister location. It's like Takoyaki Bell.
Takoyaki Bell.
I don't know.
Takoyaki. I like that.
Number 2, we've got Taco Bell X Milk Bar birthday cake churros. I guess Milk Bar is like a candy bar brand or something.
So Milk Bar, I think they're based in New York City. They're like a insomnia cookie kind of thing. Like they make cookies,
Oh yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe also ice cream. But one of their things was that they're like, oh, we invented. I kind of have issues with these people because of this fact. They're like, oh, we invented cereal milk, which like I guess maybe they were the first people to have like cereal milk flavored ice cream, but like you didn't invent cereal milk. Like people have been drinking cereal milk for 100 years now, you know?
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, that's like I think it's a New York based like dessert thing,
Okay. All right.
like an insomnia cookie.
Okay. Also, we've got 2 forms of sweet empanadas. We have the salted caramel and toffee cream empanada bite.
Okay.
I'm imagining is similar to the cinnabon things. What are those
Yeah.
called? I call them cum balls.
Yeah, I didn't want to call them that, but yeah, the gumballs. I don't know what they're called. Cinnamon
we have-
delights, Cinnabon delights, or something.
There you go. There you go. And then you have the caramel apple empanada,
Ooh.
which is the McDonald's apple pie, basically, right?
Okay, it's not a collab, but it's basically that.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
McDonald's apple pie,
Okay.
which I'm here for, man.
I haven't had a McDonald's apple pie in 15 years, but
I gotta see if they still have this.
they
Does
should.
McDonald's still have apple pie? Don't make fun of me for staring at my keyboard when I type.
No, you can watch us on YouTube. We're at FKA the Pod.
They do have a baked apple pie. They no longer have the fried apple pie.
Huh.
So there you go.
Thanks,
Kinda sad,
Michelle
man.
Obama.
Yeah, for real. Come on. And then let's see. Looks like we've got 3 new sauces. None of them are the ones that were mentioned above, which is interesting. We've got Mike's Hot Honey X Diablo dipping sauce. So Mike's
Okay.
Hot Honey mixed with their traditional Diablo.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We've got the Weak Knees Fire Sauce. Taco Bell is partnering with Brooklyn-born condiment brand Bushwick Kitchen to launch a new sauce called the Weak Knees Fire. This sauce combines Taco Bell's iconic fire sauce with Bushwick Kitchen's Weak Knees gochujang sriracha to create a
Ooh.
unique smoky, spicy, and citrusy sauce. So
I like
they're leaning in. They're leaning
Gokujang.
into a little bit of like Asian influence,
Yeah.
which I'm not mad about.
So
You know?
Taco Bell, I think that they're partnering with a lot of like New York brands, but I think Taco Bell is from California, and so I think
Yeah.
that there's some like if you're just thinking about the population of people who lives there, like yeah, there might be some Asian influence to this, I think I
Okay.
like it. It's weird, the
Yeah.
Taco Bell becoming a fusion restaurant. I mean, they don't have like a kimchi taco yet, but they could next year.
You know what?
Um,
Yeah, who knows? I'd be okay with that, I think.
it's strong flavors, if we're
Yeah.
thinking about like hot peppers and fermented foods and
Yep.
stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah. And then their final sauce is Zab's Hot Ranch.
Is that
Taco
another
Bell is
collab?
teaming up with Zab's Hot Sauce to
Okay.
create Zab's Hot Ranch, a new dipping sauce that mixes Taco Bell's spicy ranch sauce with datil pepper, Datil. Um, it's the top ingredient in Zab's hot sauce. So, never heard of it, but
No.
I'll probably get my hands on a packet of Zab's Hot Ranch at some point.
The majority of datil peppers are produced in St. Augustine, Florida. So shout out to Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit, dude. Damn, I missed a couple of items. Okay. Sorry. We've got one more sauce. We've got the purple chili sauce. Purple
Ooh.
chili sauce contains 3 of the spiciest chilies with panko, habanero, and ghost pepper.
Okay.
And then we've got a couple of new Baja Blast items. We've got Mountain Dew Baja Midnight. It's a new passion fruit flavor of Baja
Ooh.
Blast.
Okay.
And then we have the Baja Blast Pie. Taco Bell is giving the traditional pumpkin pie a twist in celebration of Thanksgiving by launching a Baja Blast Pie. It's graham cracker crust and Baja Blast filling.
So that won't be until
Thanksgiving.
the fall?
Yeah, presumably, yeah.
Okay.
So there you have it. There's the list, man. We need to like maybe we'll name this one something to do with Taco Bell items or something so
Yeah.
we can come back and look at it next year.
And compare,
Yeah,
next
see
year
what
when
they
they're
actually
doing
came out with. Yeah.
live in-store hibachi and stuff. We're gonna say, what did they do last year? That's a crazy new announcement they've got. It's interesting. I don't go to fast food restaurants all that much anymore as a vegetarian. But one of those things, at least one, was like vegetarian, probably on accident, right? I mean, not like we're like setting out to do this. We're setting out to create some kind of tempura vegetable thing. But like,
Right.
yeah, I'm interested in that. And if that is present at my local Taco Bell, I'll give it a spin. And also the dessert things sound kind of interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think most excited probably for the Flamin' Hot burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like crunchy inside my burritos. It's not like the most what do you call it? Adventurous new menu
Yeah,
item.
the most
but-
new or exciting thing.
Yeah.
But it's probably, I think the more funky it is, maybe the less likely it is to be something that
the
sticks
less-
around for a while. But
Yeah, the less exciting it is. Yeah.
I think the strawberry ube thing is the weirdest, I will say.
Yeah.
I went to a bar the other day, and
For poutine fries, I forgot about those. God,
Oh, yeah.
those are gonna be sweet, dude. Those are gonna be nice.
I got for my beverage, I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you everything that was involved. But it had aloe. It was a cocktail, like a cocktail bar. So it had aloe, and it had ube, and it had like rum or something else. But I don't know if it was the aloe or the ube or what, but it was like drinking maple syrup. Like it was thick. And it was pretty good too, but like it just, I don't know. People are trying to do a lot with ube these days. I think just because it's
Yeah.
purple and it makes it like, ooh, this is weird and purple.
Yep.
So
Yeah. You know what? I think while we're here talking about new Taco Bell menu items, I think maybe this is the only time that we're going to think about this. We should give some predictions for 2026.
wow, predictions for 2026. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm seeing the direction that they're going, and
Yeah.
my one prediction, I think, is going to be boba.
Ooh.
I think they're going to start doing like Thai milk tea boba drinks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good guess.
Yeah.
Mine is
I know
not
it's I know Starbucks has kind of started doing that, but
really. I didn't know
I think
that.
so. But it feels up Taco Bell's alley.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting too because if you just think about fast food trends, I know we haven't. Nobody on the pod, not even Reed, has been to this Cosmics place. I think there's only one Cosmics or maybe two Cosmics, but a
Yeah.
lot of like that's like McDonald's trying to do Dunkin' Donuts, but also like boba and stuff, right? We want this like
Yep.
we want people to be able to come here and buy stuff even if they don't want a meal. And so I think if they did boba and some of other weird cookies and stuff, that's a way to get you driving through Taco Bell at like 2 p.m. instead of just at like
Yeah.
noon and 6. They want people to go there
Right.
for a snack, maybe.
Imagine Baja Blast flavored tapioca pearls. That
They're
would
like
be a
teal.
revolution, dude.
They're bright
Yeah.
teal.
Yeah, dude. That'd be so good.
I think they might do some kind of taco with like they've got a bunch of new sauces, so I don't know what the base would be. It could be chicken or something, but it's got like some kind of Asian influenced spicy mayo, and I think that one of the new things that they'll do is like little sesame sticks as like a topping, or like
yeah.
a crispy fried onion, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I think that
That
could be
sounds
like an Asian taco or something.
Yeah, I'm into it. Lean into the like Korean influence or something.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I do have a shorter list of other restaurants that are starting to fall in line with Taco Bell and doing these like announcements, right? So we can kind of run through some of these if you're feeling up for it.
Yeah, and real quick, I mean, they had the real Apple thing like a couple weeks ago, and I think the Apple things used to be really cool, but now it's like Taco Bell's doing the Apple thing better than Apple because the new thing that Apple announced was they're like making another iPhone SE, which is like the cheaper cousin of the iPhone, which is like less powerful and the camera's not as good and stuff.
They're like
And it's like-
re-releasing the iPhone 10 or something.
Yeah, so I don't know if they like discontinued doing this cheaper version and like bringing it back, but it's like this is something that I mean, I guess Taco Bell kind of did that too with the Cool Ranch Doritos Locos Taco, but there's a lot more stuff too. It's not just like, and also they've got Tim Cook, who I don't think has the swag that Steve Jobs had for all of his faults. So, It's interesting how this idea has been stolen from them and made better, I think.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, by a fast food restaurant.
By a fast food restaurant. Yeah.
All right, so for other restaurants, we do have the first one on here is Dunkin' Donuts Spring and Easter 2025 menu.
Okay.
They announced a 2-part drop this year to launch its seasonal spring menu on March 5th. So this may already be, some of this at least may already be out. And its festive Easter menu on April 2nd. For the March 5th drop, it is returning 2 seasonal beverages that can be ordered hot or iced. The Dunka Latte and the Pistachio Latte. Big fan of pistachio lattes. Those are good. I don't
Have
know
you
about
had the
from
Dunkin' Donuts one?
No. Nope. Nearest Dunkin' Donuts here, to me, is probably like in Oregon.
Yeah, that's funny. So the one thing that my girlfriend Jill brought up to me just the other day is like, I don't know if it's like a city ordinance or whatever, but there are no chains in the downtown part of where I live, except for a single Dunkin' Donuts. That's it. I mean, there are a bunch of Dunkin' Donuts like in town, but like in the downtown area, that's the only one. It's crazy.
That's interesting. Good for there.
Yeah, good for this place. They did that. They let the one good one in. I do love Dunkin' Donuts. I went there today, in fact. So
nice. For their savory food items as part of the March 5th release, they're dropping the new ham and cheese pretzel sliders and bringing back the chicken bacon croissant stuffer and the sweet black pepper snack and bacon.
Okay, my sister did love the sweet black pepper snack and bacon at one point.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's got kind of like I've had it before too. It's got like some maple to it, right? So that's what makes it sweet. But it's also black pepper, so it's kind of like a sweet and spicy, savory thing. It's pretty good.
Nice, that's cool. And then for the second drop, they're releasing the cotton candy specialty donut and the blueberry sprinkled munchkins, which can be served in its new spring munchkins bucket. I don't know what that is. So, Starbucks, we've got a long list of items. One of them that just launched, apparently, is the iced cherry chai.
Okay.
It's also returning a lot of lavender drinks for spring, which I guess makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
For food, they're dropping the jalapeno chicken pocket.
Okay.
Get it out of there.
Yeah, pull that thing out of your pocket. That's gross. It's not even just a little bit in there. It's jalapeno pocket.
Yeah. We've got Chick-fil-A, which looks like they are releasing they're bringing back their smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich, which can be ordered in original spicy or grilled chicken.
Isn't it kind of interesting? This is just a short aside. Most people don't have any scarcity anymore. So we got to create this scarcity where it's like, you can only get this for the next 3 months, so you better go get it now.
Right. Yep.
And even though there is real scarcity too, because people can't afford eggs and stuff. So anyway, just a little something that's interesting to think about.
And then Chick-fil-A also has their new pineapple dragon fruit drink.
Weird.
It can be ordered as a Sunjoy, which I don't know what that is.
Sunjoy?
Sunjoy, tea, lemonade, or frozen.
I think a Sunjoy might be a lemonade mixed with an ice cream.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that for sure.
But with juice.
Oh no, it's half. It's an Arnold Palmer, a Sunjoy.
Oh,
sorry,
that sucks.
That's less cool. But they do have a frozen lemonade that I think is like ice cream based, which is kind of interesting to do it not just as like a slushie, but as like a milkshake thing. Anyway,
speaking of that, it is also having its yearly return, I believe, of the key lime seasonal beverages. Sunjoy tea, lemonade, or frosted drink as well.
Yeah.
And then we have Denny's. Let's see if Denny's has anything cool on here. They've got salted caramel banana, pancakes and French toast and waffles. Fried fish dinner.
Yeah, happy Lent to everybody
That's right.
who celebrates the fried fish dinner.
And they're also expanding their beverage selection by launching the new Slammin' sodas in 3 different flavors: Sprite and strawberry, Slammin' Dr. Pepper, and Slammin' Coca-Cola. Which I don't know.
I like how the Sprite and strawberry one is descriptive, but the other two are just slamming blank.
Slamming. I don't know what to put in there. There's one more place on this list that I don't know anything about. It's called Paris Baguette.
I think it's like a Panera Bread style
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been there. I might have seen it in an airport before. It sounds like an airport
Interesting.
store, you know?
But yeah, if you've ever heard of a Paris baguette, they're launching Nutella items. So
Okay.
on brand, I guess.
Yeah. Paris baguette.
Yeah. But if you have any inside scoops on hot new 2025 fast food menu items, you're listening to the right place. We want to hear about it. And you can do that by emailing us at fkthepod@gmail.com or DMing us, pretty much, I guess. Is that still the terms? I don't know.
Yeah.
Messaging us on Instagram, X, what else do we have? TikTok,
Threads. We're still on Threads,
Threads.
too.
That's right. We've got Threads. All
Threads
at
is our
FKA,
lowest following. So go on there and follow us on Threads.
all at FKA the pod. And if you're just like, really, really jonesing to see our beautiful faces, you can do that at YouTube as well. We're on there at FKA the pod. So give us a watch, give us a follow, give us a comment.
You can see Trent's hat. Of
Yeah.
course.
Spread us to your friends like your favorite
Disease.
disease. And we'll talk at you again in a few days, I guess. See ya.
See ya.